episode 2 of the Road to Miami Pro series. So I'm now 11 weeks out from my first show, and the first week of cutting has gone pretty well. I'm down 3 pounds already from my initial weight. So just give you an insight into my stats. I started off at 183 pounds before my cut, and then now I'm down to 180 pounds. And at the moment I'm 177.5 centimeters tall. So it's been a good week, first week of cutting. So today I'm going to run you through a chest and arms workout to give you an insight into how I train, and also give you some training tips on those areas. So let's get to the gym. Right, started the workout off with some barbell bench press using resistance bands. So if you've not used resistance bands before, they're really good adding tension to the movement. So with this one, there'll be increased tension and resistance at the top of the movement. So really good one if you struggle with the top lockout on your bench press due to weak triceps. So therefore, a really good way of adding variety to your workouts, rather than sticking to the routine of just barbell bench press or dumbbell bench press. Try resistance bands, especially if you do really struggle. I do have a lot of clients that struggle with the final phase of a bench press, so it's a really good one for strengthening up that part of your lift. And then after that, moved on to dumbbell incline press, so at a slight incline, and then 10 reps on that, and then supersetted that with some incline flies, and just at a higher incline than the dumbbell press. So again, did 10 reps and then really focused on getting that stretch. With this exercise, it's all about feeling the stretch in your chest. So you don't need to go super heavy. You just need to make sure that you keep your arms as straight as possible, but with a slight bend in your elbow, and then just come down until you really feel that stretch in your chest, holding it for a brief second and then bringing it back up again. So after that, moved on to some arm movements. So started off with some weighted pull-ups. So really work those biceps. So I think we used a 10 kilo resistance on top of my body weight, and then made sure that I fully stretched out the arm, and then pulled up and squeezed at the top so I can really feel it in those biceps. Always make sure that you control the movement and really feel it in the targeted muscles. Don't try and just throw your weight around. Just try and control the movement as much as possible. Obviously you don't want to go and put resistance on if you're struggling with the movement. Just stick to a weight that's comfortable, and you can really target the biceps well. So after that, did superset that with dips to really work those triceps. And again, just made sure that I did it super slow and really engage those triceps to get the squeeze at the top. Didn't want to try and rush the movement or anything like that. After that, moved on to some skull crushers. So really like this movement just to get that stretch in the triceps. And again, not going super heavy with the weight, just controlling the movement. I can't emphasize how important it is just to control the movement and not go for the super heavy weights. It's probably one of the golden rules that I've learned over the years. When I first started, I just wanted to pick up the heaviest weight and then try and lift it, which obviously wasn't healthy. I did actually get injured with my shoulder by bench pressing something that I couldn't bench. So now it's all about just really feeling it in the targeted muscles, just that mind-muscle connection that you want to get. So supersetted that with some bicep curls using the EZ bar. Again, 10 reps on each movement. And then I like to use this little piece of equipment. I think they're called bicep isolated blasters. So you wrap it around your neck, and then basically what it does is it makes sure the elbow is fixed, which is so important when you're doing bicep movements. It's so easy to just use your elbow and use your back to fling the weight up. So this really isolates the biceps. You get a really good squeeze on the guns. So it really does burn. You don't need to go super heavy. As you can see from the faces I'm about to pull here, it really was starting to burn, so I definitely recommend adding this to your arsenal. I think I got this for about £15, so they are cheap, definitely worth a purchase. And finally finished with some tricep cable extensions. By this point I was pretty tired, pretty spent, so I didn't need to go super heavy, just at a weight that I could feel the burn in my triceps. And this is going to conclude the workout. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you got some useful tips out of it. Right, that's going to conclude today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, comment, share and subscribe. And let me know if any ideas on any future videos. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. I'm out.